It's got like a little ginger taste to it, a little spice to it.
Yeah.
Oh, this hit home?
Timmy!
Hey! Chef Timmy.
I'm gonna need your card.
No doubt. Yeah, nice, right?
Memories.
What memory sparked as soon as you took this bite?
My grandma.
Your grandma.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like.
Welcome to another episode of 154. Today's guest is the definition of global excellence. He is a Ghanaian and German Hollywood star whose film generated more than $1 billion worldwide at the box office. A successful fashion model, director, and producer with a career that spans industries and continents. But his impact goes far beyond entertainment. He's a respected global ambassador who uses his influence to create lasting economic and cultural change. An accomplished businessman, investor, and philanthropist committed to building powerful bridges between Africa and the global diaspora, helping generate over $10 billion in tourism revenue for Ghana's economy. Off camera, he is a husband, a father, grounded in purpose, a former elite athlete inducted into the Virginia Commonwealth University Athletics Hall of Fame, proving excellence has always been part of his journey. Actor, leader, visionary, please welcome Boris Kodjoe!
Let's go!
Boris is in the house, man.
I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna paste it wherever I go.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, any meeting I go into from now on, put my phone down, leave the room, let it play, and then I'm gonna come out.
And then walk in.
And I walk in.
And then
From
walk
now
in.
on.
We got to get the beat down. We'll get the beat down. We got the 154 track.
We need a little music.
Yeah.
And now, that's right.
From Boris, from Accra, Ghana,
And Germany.
6'6", 202 pounds.
What?
Well,
20.
20.
20 years, son.
Come on, man. Boris Kodjoe.
And you know, when you hear Boris Kodjoe, women be like,
Oh yeah, that's the coldest. Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Your peoples gave you that. That's the coldest name. Like, it's a name you're
Boris
never going to forget.
Kodjoe.
Like, what's the meaning of your name, and what's your full name? Like, we always share our name. You know, you're
What? I'm curious to hear yours.
okay.
oh, wait. Whew, this
Do we
guy.
have the time?
I'm like, mine, I'm
Yeah, go ahead, give yours.
Godfrey Chukwuma Danchima, but Ndubisi is my Nigerian name, Godfrey is my, and in German it's Gottfried.
Gottfried.
Like God gives a peace, so that's me. But
And I'm Akbar Oluwakemi Idowu Bajabiamila. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, got it. Got it.
and he went through it, and it's,
Yeah.
he got some silent letters,
32 letters. It's cool. Yeah.
some that you don't
I
even
think I got your
pronounce.
beat.
Yeah. Whoa. What you got?
Boris Frederick Tenate Ofuete Kodjoe.
Whoa. Oh, he
Not bad. Fuerte Kodjoe, not bad.
Yeah, he effed yours up.
No, he
Yours is left in the
he didn't-
dust.
But he didn't. It always happens. But yours, I told you, he's like,
How many letters is that?
Boris is 5. B-O-R-I-S. Frederick Tenate.
Jeez.
damn, damn.
He's still counting.
He's like,
Yeah, I got you beat.
What you got?
I got 34. I counted 34.
I think he beat.
Oh,
You got beat.
Oh, hell no,
But no, but Frederick.
We're
you can't
awaiting the
count.
official count. Wait, hold it.
We
Hold
got
it.
enough.
Were you Boris after Karloff or
No,
Not Becker.
No, clearly.
They're not right.
I was named after Boris Pasternak, who was
Okay.
a Russian poet and an author.
Okay.
And he wrote a movie called Dr. Zhivago.
I saw Zhivago with Omar Sharif.
Incredible.
It's very
Epic.
It's very strange because they're doing Russian accents, but they're British. It's very weird.
Just like American movies. They do Russian accents and
It's very strange, but
Yeah, it's
Zhivago,
strange.
that's one of my mom's favorite. One of my mom's favorite.
my parents'
movies.
favorite movie.
Zhivago.
There you have
That's
it.
pretty cool. I gotta check that. I've not
Dr.
seen that.
Zhivago.
Oh, it's epic.
Yeah,
Is it
but
Ru-
before we get too deep, though, before we get too deep,
Boom! 43.
You got 43? Yeah, you got beat.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
No, wait. Hold on. Let's go like the NFL.
And he wins again.
Let's go to New York. Hold on. Let's get a review. Did you say 43?
43.
Damn.
Dang, go.
Boom.
Beat you.
All right, well, let me sit back. I used to be so proud, like nobody's gonna beat this one. Yeah, let me just keep going. Yeah,
Wow,
gotcha.
because his is like, you beat him.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because when you said Boris Frederick, I go, oh, he's probably going to lose.
Well,
and then you say,
No, it was this that got me. He kept doing this.
Yeah, when you were doing this, you were like,
I was like,
you
he
was
was
just
not-
fanning like, ah.
You know how it usually slow down when you know you're getting towards the end?
He
His
kept
was
going.
like-
He kept flipping.
Well, you gotta, there's certain elements you have to have in your name, right?
No doubt.
I'm sorry, what is it? 39.
Is that the official count?
That's the
count
official
one
count.
more time. We need it one more time. All right.
Junior.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, 32. 30, so he got me, so 39.
No, it's a wide margin. So every name serves a purpose, right? So
Yeah.
got the first name. Then Frederick, that's my uncle,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Honoring my uncle. And Cecil is my grandfather.
Okay.
Tenate means firstborn son.
Okay, firstborn.
Yeah, and then Boris Kodjoe is a double name. So that's the tribe. That's my my ancestry.
Oh, wow.
It goes way.
Dope.
And then
And
Kodjoe.
I'm seeing your Adinkra signs. I have my whole Ghanaian history is on my arm too.
Yeah, it's my Igbo
Yeah.
laying right there.
Oh, wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool, man. Well, let's get we wanted to have a toast to have you here, international superstar in the house, 154.
Wow.
So we wanted to do it well, man. We wanted to kind of honor you. Usually we have like Nigerian food here and Nigerian snacks here, but we wanted to. We've got a little Ghanaian plantains. This is what they call kelewele,
Yep.
street food.
Kelewele.
I've never had that before. And then bafrat, which is similar
like
to
puff
our
puff,
puff
puff puff.
Yeah, similar to puff puff that we have in Nigeria. So, and then have you ever had palm wine before?
No.
Sparkling palm wine?
Sparkling palm wine. So this is
got the
fancy
fancy
now.
stuff.
We knew that you're an international superstar, so we said,
right.
let's get the sparkling palm wine.
I don't
wine.
drink, so this is
Me either.
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
This interview is gonna be interesting
this is gonna be very, very interesting.
because this is enough to put me over the edge.
And be careful because it may not taste like much, and then all of a sudden it's just so you got to take little sips.
Wow, this
Here we
is
go.
sparkling. We got the sparkling.
Yeah,
joint.
cheers, man.
Cheers.
Yeah, to a great
Cheers.
conversation. Absolutely,
no
man.
doubt, man.
Absolutely. Let me try some of this. I've never had Ghanaian street food before.
Okay.
Wow, this is good.
We all eat the same thing, but a little different.
Yeah, I've never had it like that.
Me
Yeah.
neither.
It's got like a little ginger taste to it, a little spice to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this hit home?
Timmy,
Hey! Chef Timmy.
I'm gonna need your card.
No doubt. Yeah, nice, right?
memories.
What memory sparked as
Memories.
soon as you took this bite?
My grandma.
Your grandma.
This is puff puff, man. My mother made us, we knead it, knead the dough, and or she would put the yeast in it and put it in the refrigerator, have to wait for the next 24 hours, then we puff puff. Yeah.
My grandmother, she was a beast. Born in 1900, founded the Ghana Girls Guides in 1921,
Wow.
which is like the
Boys and Girls Club?
the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Through education and the great thing is the Ghana Girls Guides still exist to this day.
Really?
They just celebrated their 100-year anniversary.
100 years.
5
Wow.
years ago.
5 years ago, yeah. No, that's so you get a chance to go back and forth, and so when you think about Ghana, so many people. I think that's probably one of the first places people think of here stateside. They think of Africa, and I think they think of Ghana, Nigeria. What are your memories of Ghana growing up as a young kid? The first time you went to Ghana.
I think one of the most significant things about Ghana, the continent as a whole, is when you arrive, the air, right? And then when you touch the ground, there's something visceral that happens, at least to me.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me the same thing. And then the sounds and the people, and immediately my shoulders like sort of fall like an inch or two. It de-stresses me like immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Because your subconscious, your double consciousness goes away, and you're just you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no need for any explanation or validation or verification or anything.
Verification,
You just,
Yeah.
you're just you, and the country embraces you immediately.
So, there's been this big battle. And so as Nigerians here, we sit with our brother here, Boris from Ghana, and jollof rice
Don't
is
start, don't start!
Ah, we starting on
Don't
it today.
start.
We knew you were coming.
Don't start.
Whose
with it.
jollof is better?
I'm gonna walk out.
You're not leaving.
I'll walk out right
I'm
now.
be like that preacher. Close the doors. Close the doors until we settle this. Yo, you ain't lying. I'm not gonna front, right?
Oh, man.
I mean, this is the cold version.
That's right.
The cooler version when it's coming right out the. Are you kidding me?
And my grandma, sometimes she put powdered sugar.
powdered sugar. Oh, yeah.
But see, the Italians do it with Zeppelis.
With the
Zeppeli, the fried dough.
That's right.
The Germans do the same thing with powdered sugar.
Man.
Oh, really?
Africans were traveling around. I'm gonna tell you right now, some people all connected.
Yeah, you guys got me.
Oh, of course.
Come on, man. You see all
You
this.
think they only stole the artwork? They stole everything.
They stole this.
What is that?
No.
Hey, puff? No.
That is a dough. It's so good. I make it myself.
Show me how you made that.
Right.
So you got to answer the question. We're going to let you off the hook.
What was that? What question was that?
Jollof, you heard it.
Jollof rice. Who makes the best jollof rice?
Ghanaians, of course. Ghanaian jollof is the best in the world.
I
The best in the world.
Best in the world.
No, it's Nigeria.
No. Ghana number one, Senegal
No, I
number
want to
two.
say Nigeria.
Hold on, you said what?
Nigeria's number three.
Whoa. I don't know about that, but
This is
Senegal.
this is controversial.
Senegal is number two.
Can you hold me back?
I'm gonna try.
Hold me back.
This thing, it ain't working.
Dude,
All right.
Come on, you gotta zoom in when that happens. Come on, dude. He over there tweeting and shit.
Oh, man.
Come on, everybody pay attention.
We definitely going to have to do a poll on that one, but I'm going to let you slide because you're our guest, so I'm going to let you slide with that one.
Okay.
How many African countries have you been to?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Wow, like
Let me
that.
see, Morocco, Algeria,
Yeah.
Egypt, Ethiopia, all of West Africa,
Nigeria?
Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire,
South Africa?
of course, South Africa, Tanzania, Botswana, Namibia,
Oh man.
Kenya,
13.
Damn. That's great.
Rwanda,
14.
Wow.
Rwanda. I think that's it.
You got to get this app called Ben because it's my goal to see the entire world.
Ben?
Ben, like you've been there before.
Ben.
Ben, B-E-E-N. It's one of the greatest ones out there because it'll show you percentages of where you've been in the world, what continent, how many, what the percentage of the continents, whatever. I've done 9 in Africa, 41 countries total, but my goal is to see all of Africa. I want to say that I've stepped in, but to hear that's impressive. I've not met anyone who's been, I think I counted 15 countries. So that's pretty cool. 15 countries in Africa alone.
Are you
that's pretty
watching
cool.
Speed? You know, Speed?
Oh yeah, he's been like in
He's as an African tour. He was
yeah.
yeah,
it's
blown his mind.
And you know what's funny is that he's breaking the stereotypes, the stuff they were trying to hide. He's like, yo, they was lying.
Right.
He just turned 21.
Yeah.
He goes, no, they was lying. Look at all this. They was lying. So they're like, they're freaking out. He's breaking.
What do you think about that? Like,
It is so important. We're launching with Full Circle Streamline. We're launching a birthright program,
Okay.
which is basically we're partnering with a huge organization that I cannot at this point name yet, and we are enabling high school graduates, African American high school graduates, to go to Africa and to have a week of cultural immersion, historic sites, reconnecting with the ancestry and the heritage, because I think it is the most important thing a person of African descent can do for themselves.
Yeah.
Because again, it breaks down double consciousness. it redefines your value system, self-worth, identity. Especially for African Americans, I think it's so important that we understand that the truth of our identity lies on the continent.
Yeah.
And that reconnecting with the continent and therefore with your ancestry unleashes your superpower and gives you a whole new perspective on purpose.
Yeah.
So my dream is to make that available to every young person of African descent, whether it's here in America or in Europe. I think everybody should be able to do that.
I would love to be part of that because I'll tell you, I had a similar thing.
Well, you're gonna have to confirm that Ghanaian jollof is.
No, I'm standing my ground. I mean, we'll just have to,
I'm afraid that's the only way.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree. They need to make a jollof, a Ghanaian and a Nigerian fusion.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
we
Something
first have to- we have to
fusion
first
jollof.
declare-
No,
we're gonna
then the good jollof is polluted.
Yeah,
the
you guys
Ghanaian
will
one.
mess it up. So we.
But you know, the very first country I went to in Africa was Ghana.
Oh, was it
and
Ghana?
it was, growing up, grew up tough here in Los Angeles, and so we never had the opportunity to go to Nigeria. Both my parents being, just had to work hard here. But Miss Silverstein, Beverly Silverstein at Crenshaw High School, she was our teacher training magnet counselor. She put together a trip for her teacher magnet students to be able to go to Ghana. And it was the very first time, and I'll never forget, it was a cool story. I'm like, man, I'm going to Africa. And I'm like, oh man, we're going far away from home. And I remember, this is in 1995, my mom gave me $100 and she gave me another $100 to give to her brother. And I'm going, wait a second, all this money should be going to me. And you sending me all the way to Ghana with $100?
It's a lot.
I didn't know that. And it changed.
You convert that?
Man, it
That's
changed.
a house.
In 1995, I still never forget it. It was 165,000 CDs. It was 100, and I thought, oh man, like we so poor. My mom can only send me with $100, and I was balling out of control. I had so much money, I had to put it in my backpack.
Yeah.
And I couldn't spend it all. It was just a lot. And I remember we went to go to visit a school, and the young kid goes like, "Give me money, give me money." And I was like, and he digged into my pocket, and he's like, "You are a poor boy." And I opened up my backpack, and I was like, and I opened it up, and he was like, "Ah, give me money!" And it was a cool thing. And the teacher's like, "No, you can't do that," and whatever. And kind of, I was like, "Oh shoot,"
Yeah.
because the money was big. It was bigger than the U.S. dollar. But we went to Elmina Castle. We went to Kumasi at the time. There was just this one skinny road. They went to Kumasi. There were still bartering at the time. I bartered a Michael Jordan t-shirt for this Kente vest that I wore during my homecoming.
Wow.
And it was like, I'm like, a Michael Jordan t-shirt that was a hand-me-down from my brother. But they go, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. And it was like, it got me a
It's
vest.
either Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson.
Right. The MJs.
So on the way to Kumasi, I mean, there's that one road that you're taking down, and it's just, trees and, whatever greenery. And in the middle of this, nowhere, there's nothing around, no building. There was like a statue of Michael Jackson, like this made up thing of Michael Jackson. I'm like, what? It was the most random place.
But that's how
I'm like,
dope
what?
Michael was.
Yeah.
And he was no internet. This is him famous.
That's right.
When I was in Nigeria, we were younger, and, Thriller's out, and we're at this hotel. There's a Michael Jackson contest going on. And I'm like, Michael Jackson here? Like, he's this big here? They're wannabe star. We're just watching a contest. Who's ready for the contest? Michael Jackson contest. I said, what the? Yeah. Michael, I try to.
So it's also interesting, to me it's interesting because it really says a lot about how our culture has been misappropriated in order to add to the American branding worldwide, right? Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson,
Oh, wow.
Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
all these icons of sports and entertainment and that have been used worldwide before the internet even to create this narrative around America. So it's either that or it's the great world police, right? the flag, the anthem, and all those things. When I was growing up between Germany and Ghana, I was one of those kids, always wanted to go to America. Why is that?
Yeah.
Now I think back, it's like, why was that? Why was I so intent on coming to America?
Yeah, the
And
programming,
it's because
right?
what's that?
I said the programming.
It is
Yeah.
absolutely, it's this subconscious programming that has sort of, indoctrinated us over decades that this is like nirvana. This is the place to be.
Yeah. I tell you, like, I really support that, what you're doing and wanting to get kids, in high school to go over there, because I will say that was, until today, the friends I have from that trip alone, we are still very, very close. And it changed the way the kids, especially in high school, saw and appreciated, because now it wasn't just coming from the African kid at Crenshaw, it was coming from the other kids who go, yo, Africa's dope. Africa's not what we saw in the book. And Ghana did that. That was the very first time, it was so amazing.
Ghana is a great sort of gateway to Africa.
It is.
It's a great,
that's a good start.
It's a great first country to visit.
Very chill,
very
too.
welcome.
Nigeria?
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Nigeria's a little bit of a shock to the system. It's a little bit of a shock to the system.
I went last year.
Okay.
I went last year. I was like, here we go again with this shit, man. I was like, but I got hooked up with some Nigerians in Atlanta. My cousin was like, okay, we got my man Bishop, he got the hookup, so we're gonna meet Ifeanyi and ba.
Yep.
He's gonna meet you at the airport.
There you go. That's
we
key.
got a Hausa man, because they're good at the ba. So we went in there. Godfrey. Yeah, I said, yes, I'm Bala. Now I will take you. Okay, bam.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
So we go and get your luggage. Boom, because you have to hope to get your
Yeah, right.
and then you go to Nigeria to the luggage, the baggage claim. Now these dudes are going, can you believe they built the airport in the wrong place? That was the conversation I ran right into. They built it in the wrong place. Right? We were talking about it. This is not where the airport is supposed to be. It's supposed to be on the other side. So I'm like, is my luggage coming? It's like, look how long. It's like, we have been waiting for an hour for the luggage. Because they built, the whole conversation is like, it's the wrong side. Why are they building things? We're supposed to be smart. But this is last year.
Last year. Yeah.
So I'm like, is my luggage coming?
No, it ain't coming until you tip me.
And so it was all, we had a little police guide too. Oh yeah, we had the police guide, and it was just a lot, man.
Yeah.
I've always
but
said,
they don't ask you to tip them. They just stand in front of you and they go like this.
Yeah. Oh, they go like this. Hey, big man.
Boss man.
Boss man.
Boss man.
Yo, I knew how to fight it. They told me. My friend was
How do
like,
you fight it?
"This is how you do it. You have to when they say, hey, yeah, them shits is banging, yo. I ain't gonna lie." They said, I said, yo, every time we go, because we go to a club, really nice club, they'd be like, hey, how are you, boss? Big man.
Right.
Now I know how to do it. They said, no, this is what you do. You say big man back to them. Then they just shut them up. So they'd be like, big man. I go, no, big man. Okay, now. Okay. You gotta throw it back at them. So that's what I learned.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
So you be like, no, you the man.
Your accent. I heard you talk about having to change your accent. You came to this to the U.S. and you still very much had because you grew up mostly in Germany, and you had German accent. When did you start learning to speak English?
When I came here for college.
Okay, all right.
For college.
For college. So you started.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh wow.
I mean, we had English. We had English class in school, but
okay.
You don't learn how to speak.
So
were
you talking like? Were you like? Und was ist dies?
Yes.
I'm here. What? You was doing some not no Schwarzenegger shit, but
No, he's from Austria.
No, I know he's from Austria.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's still German, but it's a German
type of
right.
Well, can I hear your accent? What is it? Because I'm like, I've only ever heard you here with your.
I would look. When I was in Soul Food, which was my first job.
Yeah.
Nicole still makes fun of me because when you watch
Get
these
to the
episodes
chopper.
back, it's really bad.
Yeah.
And there were certain words that I had a really, really hard time saying.
Well, like what?
One was I used to say comfortable.
Instead of comfortable.
The couch is comfortable. I mean, it's spelled like comfortable. Leave me alone.
It actually is comfortable.
It's
It is
comfortable.
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 So there's words like I can't say to this day. I can't say the first month of the year. It breaks my whole face.
January?
Yeah, can't say it.
Say it.
I can't.
I just told you I can't.
Hold up.
January.
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 He's that's an African
January.
No, you can say that. They're fighting, but leave me alone. I can't. It's Scheiße
is bad. But the funny thing is, language was one thing, right? I had to really learn how to speak English. But the other thing is, I had to really learn how to act like an African American. Because culturally, it's so different. You guys know.
Yeah.
Just between Africa and the States, it's totally different.
Sure.
How people move around, how they relate to each other, their physical language.
Yeah.
And then think about me growing up in Germany. It's like totally different.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference?
Everything. The
stiffness?
how we carry ourselves and how we relate to somebody else, how you smile at somebody. Germans don't smile.
Nothing
You know
to
what I mean?
laugh at.
So our sense of humor is totally different. We're cynical and sarcastic. That's who we are.
Yeah.
Black Americans are big and open and wide and loud and I had to learn how to be like that because I was German. And African, the most stoic two cultures you can have in the world.
What is this behavior?
Exactly.
All of this hands.
So that was really tough for me.
Where'd you learn it from? Were you like watching?
I was watching. I was mimicking.
Okay, so you just be out out somewhere. You just be like watching the.
Yeah, I was in the club all night, every night, doing research. So I had to. Yeah.
How did you first process the head nod? Because
think about it. You have all these foreign actors that are here.
Yeah.
They do interviews. You see them instantly. You know they're from somewhere else.
Yes.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Accent, the way they carry themselves, how they speak.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to be that because ain't nobody casting me with a German accent.
Right.
Black face
and German accent.
Boy,
yeah.
What? Nobody gets that. Because all Germans that come to Hollywood usually they play the Russian and the Nazi and that's the roles
But you couldn't be that.
That we play. Yeah. I can't do that.
You can't do it. Yeah.
Right. So I had to really be intentional and immaculate with my approach to trying to learn how to be African American.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So what was your? Can I hear your German accent? Like what is it?
He does it well. That's how I spoke.
Okay, so tell me if mine sounds good. If you didn't know,
here we go.
You coming with a German accent now?
No, sorry, my bad. I'm sorry.
You gonna come with like a stereotypical, like a movie German accent?
No,
Mr. Bond, I'm very impressed with your power, Mr.
I
Bond.
see.
And now you're going to die, Mr. Bond.
This is very interesting.
Extraordinary skill, Mr. Bond.
No, okay.
And he always has to go.
No German talks like that.
No.
I'm already scared.
Throat for bull.
No, it's not. This is.
Oh boy.
Guten Morgen.
What? You sound like you, dog.
You speak in German.
Guten Tag.
No, but you're not doing the accent.
Guten Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
Guten Nacht.
No.
Nacht.
Nacht means naked. So let's.
Oh, we ain't doing that.
Oh, okay. What did I say? Good naked?
Yeah.
Oh,
how do you say pause in German?
He said good.
I was saying good
night. How do you say pause in German?
Gute Nacht.
Guten Nacht.
No,
Gute Nacht.
Gute
Nacht.
Guten Nacht.
Oder guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah.
Yes,
no.
Guten Morgen.
So, what is that extra?
Because the Germans have the.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Thank you.
No, they don't. No, it's just that Americans like to exaggerate the differences, right?
Okay.
So
how would you say in German? How would you say I'm sitting here at 154 talking?
Ich sitze hier mit meinen Freunden und wir sprechen über Afrika.
Damn. It's just like it's smooth.
Just smooth. Yeah. I didn't hear any of the.
Exactly.
There's no.
You were like, exactly. 154. What do you want?
This kind of German has been perpetuated over years and years and years of making fun of it, right?
Yeah.
Which I understand. It's cool. It's very funny. And now it's this
It's
thing
German.
here
It's Lustig. Lustig means funny.
What's that?
What's Lustig?
Lustig.
Is it Lustig?
Lustig.
Lustig. Because I did a German tour with my buddy Oliver Pollock. He's German Jewish. He writes about anti-Semitism in Germany. So I did Berlin, Dresden,
cool.
Dusseldorf, München.
Düsseldorf.
And Dusseldorf, I did that, and I did Hamburg. And Nigerians were all over.
You mean
Berlin.
Munich? You said
Oh yeah,
Munchen.
they're everywhere.
München.
Yeah.
Munchen.
München.
Munchen is different from Munich?
Munich.
That's
same
Munich.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's that dude that goes, I was in Paris. Like Paris, man. Paris. Don't try to show off
I didn't
in front
say
of company.
potty. And then you
Don't try to show off
you
in
didn't
front
even
of
say
company.
Paris right.
No, you
It's
didn't
Paris.
say it right. Paris.
You said this Paris. Why you keep going? Why you and everything? You're like Paris.
See?
Why you always and everything?
It's the stereotype. It's the bias.
Oh.
It's your unconscious bias that comes out
unconscious bias that
as a
comes out.
Nigerian.
So I was doing comedy in Germany, and what's funny is my friend Oliver, he did a thing called Endganger. So that was his title of his thing.
Endganger?
Endganger. I said Endganger or something like that, right?
Okay.
So I'm doing this comedy, and it's funny. It's going good, but then one guy, it's so funny because they would be like, excuse me. I'm like, what the do you want, man? He's like, I just want to understand why you said that. This is in the middle. This is German. Like I'm not trying to interrupt.
Yeah, they take literal too.
Yeah, I go, dog. It's a comedy show, bro. Stop.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
no, I'm sorry. I'm just.
They want to discuss the background.
They want to discuss. And another thing, Germans are prompt as hell. You guys are on time.
Never late.
They are
Doesn't
never.
happen.
Man,
Yeah.
they are on time.
Yep.
Show starts at 8 o'clock. They're
Ooh,
there
you
at
probably
7:50.
trying to be African American. You keep showing up on time. They're like, yo, man, you're supposed to show up fashionably late. He goes, but isn't this when the movie is shot?
Yep. When I was in college first, and guys or whoever would say, "Hey, let's check out a movie tomorrow," I would be there. But they didn't mean it. I didn't know that they didn't mean it.
No, they didn't mean it, man.
They just said that
so
just
American.
to
Yeah,
say
just-
something, right?
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. I'm like, okay, I'll be there. Like,
What time? Yeah.
he said
Everywhere I went, they'd be like, Godfrey, 7 o'clock. They'd
Yeah.
be like,
Wow.
it's 6:45, y'all. But we are here waiting. They were everything.
So because I know you even talked about how English was hard, right? So the culture was hard to kind of figure that kind of like people say hello, how you doing, but don't really mean it. You know, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, but don't really mean it. Let's do lunch. That's a real LA thing, by the way. Let's do lunch means I never want to talk to you again.
Yes. Or even just, how you doing?
Yeah.
They don't mean that.
Right.
What if I say, I'm just going through something? Okay, anyway, so word.
Right.
It's just something that you say.
Yeah.
In Germany, that's not, we ask somebody how they're doing, and they answer you.
It's a real thing.
What's really happening?
Yeah.
What's going on, right? So,
Yeah.
so it's the whole, superficiality that I had to get used to.
Yeah. What about the language?
Everybody wants to be a friend, but nobody is really your friend.
Your friend, right?
Right.
Yeah, because I think busyness. We were talking about this before. Like I think busyness in the culture, everybody in the hustle lifestyle, you don't really have time to try to really have that sit down.
You don't make time.
You don't make time. That's right. You don't make time, and a lot of it is because you probably don't have time because busyness is a disease.
Well, it's not. If you're not that important,
Thank you.
If
Thank
you're not a priority for that person, you're not gonna.
Thank you, because if Eddie Murphy said, "I need," you're gonna make time.
Yeah, right.
If certain people say you're gonna make time, so people. And another thing too is the busy thing is sometimes people gotta feel more important than you.
Yeah.
And
Oh, definitely. Especially in this town.
they were like, I gotta go. It's an audition. It didn't mean you got it. You didn't get it. You go in and you get the hell out. If you're on set, bet. But I have auditions. We all do. It means you didn't get it yet.
But there's a hustle culture in LA where everybody's trying to figure out what to do. How do you get this next? You're living a big life. You're trying to support a big
But there's
life.
a lot of
You're trying to go get the big
angle,
life. Yeah.
The angle how you can serve their purpose. Right?
That part is always annoying, and it's why today I still constantly, when I'm in bigger crowds, when somebody says, "What do you do?" I pivot. Communication, and then because I don't want to tell a full lie, so I'll just say communication. But and I just start over talking them, like, "And what about you? Where'd you get that dress from? What's that shoes?"
And they're like, "This guy's nuts."
I blast them because I don't want them up in my space because I know if you ever lead with "What do you do?" you're sizing me up. You're done. Like it's like the worst question you can ever ask someone. So what do you do? Like, why is that important? Like, hello, what about me? You know what I mean? You speak 4 different languages.
Damn.
Did you learn them all at the same time?
No, I learned after German was French. We lived 20 minutes away from the French border, right? Freiburg is literally 20 minutes from Strasbourg, which is on the other side of the French border, and 20 minutes from Basel, which is Switzerland. Like, so we're in that corner.
All that.
So we were exposed to French
All of it,
all the
yeah.
time. And also my maternal grandfather was half French, half German.
Okay.
So that was like
Normal.
that was normal.
That had to have helped you in your acting career, though, right? Like the fact that because I think anyone who speaks that many languages is a high level of intellect. Like to be able to retain all of that and do all that just seems. I mean, I know it's very American to
take
speak
that,
one
but,
language. Yeah,
I think
because it's easy for
You do
you.
a lot of German, French movies.
It's repetition.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're immersed in the culture, it's much easier, faster to pick up a
yeah.
language, right? Because
Yeah.
you want to communicate. But in terms of acting, I'm not sure because I definitely have the ear for languages.
Yeah.
But again, who I am is I'm African German.
Yeah.
So that's my culture, that's my background, that's my identity, that's everything.
Yeah.
So to play an African American, you have to do work. It's a stretch because all your instincts aren't African American, right? The way you react to something quickly is not natural for me. Still to this day, I think in German.
That's crazy.
Right? I'll give you an example. I was doing this action show with J.J. Abrams called Undercovers, and I was playing all these different
It was an NBC?
agents. What's that?
Was it an NBC
Yeah,
thing?
it was
Yeah, I
NBC.
remember that. Yep.
So we were doing this fight sequence, and it's like, I don't know, 3 in the morning, we're fighting, blah, 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 blah. He yells, cut. I'm sitting down, he comes over and goes like, that was great, but let's do the next take in English. Because I was so tired and exhausted that
Defaulted.
I defaulted to who I am, right? So I started speaking German during the scene, during the fight scene. I was just like, and the guy I was
like,
fighting,
what?
he was looking at me like
Yes,
weird. I
I
didn't
was
understand why he was looking at me weird. So that's your instinct. You know what I mean?
They should have kept that.
That's your instinct.
And put the subtitles in English.
He got hit so hard he was speaking a different language.
Like what? Bop, bop. Like I was try whatever. Yo, that would have been awesome. That's insanity, man. That's crazy, bro.
So when I act, I truly am acting.
Yeah. Oh,
That's dope. Damn,
so when you dream, do you dream in French, German?
You know what? That's a great question. It depends where I am.
what the
Yeah,
hell?
depends where I am.
So
Because
you've had
obviously when you're in France, you hear French
All day,
all the time,
yeah.
right? So
Dreaming
it
in
just
French, man.
depends.
So
If I spend a lot of time at home, 100% German in my head all day, all night.
All day, German.
Dang, so you start thinking like, dang, should I go to the store? Well, let me not do. I'm like, damn, no, damn.
Don't do it.
No, let him do it.
No, I'm not doing it. So English is the official language of Ghana. What is your native language in Ghana?
My father spoke Ga, Fanti,
Fanti?
Ewe,
Ewe?
and I spoke, when I was a small kid, I spoke Ga, but he tried to teach it to me.
Yeah.
But I forgot, unfortunately, everything.
Wow.
But yeah, my father was Ga.
Do you think you could pick up the language now? Because it's something I'm trying to do.
I think so. You know, again, immersion. You know, the more time I spend in Ghana, and you got to surround yourself with people who don't give you an out, right?
Yeah.
Like when we had a nanny when our kids were born. She's from Guatemala, and we sat down with her and we said, "Look, this is the last time we will speak English. We don't ever want to hear you speak English in the house to the kids or us."
Now
All
they speak Spanish now.
And my kids speak perfect Spanish.
That's amazing.
And they speak German. Obviously, they speak English.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, when you're immersed in the
yeah.
culture, you have no choice but to pick it up because you keep it's repetition.
Yeah, repetition.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Your
true.
brain adjusts.
Because I think I
Yeah.
told you when I went to see my grandmother for the first time back in '06.
Yeah.
And she said hello to me. It was the first time I'd ever met her. And she said hello to me. She goes, "But this is the last time I'll speak English." And I was only there for a short amount of time. But by the 4th and 5th day,
Yep.
I was already
Yeah.
being able to put together,
Absolutely.
broken sentences
Yep.
because she did not break. She was like, "I will not."
Also, there's a lot of, you can understand somebody by their tonality as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Very true.
And their body language and the emotion that they put behind what they say. And I think you can pick up a language in 3 or 4 months if you're immersed.
If you're immersed, but sometimes people can't be immersed, and you go, because I just got some Igbo flashcards, because your phone listens to you, so I'm going through my it said Igbo flashcards. I was like, I ordered the, now I'm like, Anya. Because my parents spoke to us when we were little,
Yeah.
but my father admitted, he says, "Oh, we got lazy. We just, we didn't, what I'm saying." So I
The
wish.
same with my kids. My kids, I spoke to them German,
Oh, that's great.
but they refused to answer in German when they were small. And now my daughter only speaks German to me, and my son is in Munich, so he speaks German now.
Oh, that's bad.
that's cool.
But what it does, it trains their ear early. That's the key.
Right.
Whether they speak back or not, it trains their ear.
Nice.
So I always encourage parents to expose their kids to multiple languages.
Yeah.
Because it's not confusing to them. They can tell the difference. Like with us, they knew.
Yeah.
Daddy, speak German. Mommy, English. Rosie, Spanish.
That's
Right?
cool, man. Because that was because you kind of modeled the life that you had, right? In speaking multiple languages, and you're such an intentional father, knowing that, and kind of knowing, us living, in close proximity and seeing you with your kids. Your father, the way you father, how much of that is influenced by your relationship with your father? I know your father. You've spoken about it many times about your father leaving when you were younger. You guys would later be reconnected, but that gap, how much of that influenced how you fathered?
I think big time. I think, reversely, obviously, he had an impact because I remember vividly how crushed and disappointed I was all the time when it came to him, right? So I always knew that I wanted to be present in my kids' lives, and I never wanted to disappoint them that way.
Yeah.
Or abandon them, or you know what I mean? Even as a kid myself, when I was 8, 9 years old, I expressed the desire to become a father. I always knew that I was going to be a father because I think,
Where'd that come from?
I think subconsciously I just wanted to, I wanted to show him how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, as fathers, all we got to do is show up.
Yeah.
It's not about the gifts. It's not about, spending a lot of money. It's not about any of that. It is about presence. It's about time spent.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, I think, get overwhelmed with the pressure of trying to be something extra.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary.
I will say that, I feel like you're speaking to me because I know that's something I struggle with, and I openly admit a lot of the pressures from, social media, from psychologists, from therapists, and people say, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. There's so much information out there on how to be a father that it can quite literally drive you crazy that you're running around doing a bunch of everything. And I've just of late just started going, you know what, if I'm gonna mess it up, I'm gonna mess it up because, I did what I thought was right, rather than trying to mess up and do everybody's version of fatherhood.
Yeah.
How did you feel so comfortable? Because one of the things I remember, I don't know if you remember this, when I was at your house and you were breaking down schools to me about this school, you should, and I was like, man, he is so dialed in. Like, where did that, you were very intentional. Like, this school has that. So I'm like, woo. I was like, I was impressed. I was really impressed. And, lightweight, not envy, but I was like, dang, man, I need to be more like that. Like, because I looked up to that. It was impressive. Yeah.
I'm not afraid to mess up. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we're again, maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not perfect. and I know that, and my kids know that. But all we can do is give 100% effort and try to make an educated decision and hope for the best. Right?
Literally hope and pray.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
And again, with kids, I think it's okay to, and I know I've said before that I want to be the father that my kids think I am, right? Because obviously we are who we are, and then we also the aspirational version of who we are, right? So we're constantly striving to get to our aspirational version. But to get there, we got to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? We got to mess up. There is no perfect path to where you want to go, and most of the time, I find myself realizing that the tighter I'm holding on to the steering wheel, the less I let him lead the way. Right? So I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to have things that I wish I would have done differently. But that's all part of your journey.
Yeah.
And if you model that to your kids, I think it relieves a lot of stress and anxiety. Because your kids also want to impress you as a parent, right?
Yeah.
They want to do good by you. They want to impress you. They're vying for your love and attention, even if it's just subconsciously. So when you show them that you should be actually looking for failure, right? Because failure will lead you eventually to success.
Yeah.
I think it relieves a lot of pressure and anxiety in their lives. I think they have the space now to grow and to explore and to be curious and to be dumb.
Yeah.
And it's okay, right? As long as you validate them as a person, as long as you validate them and you give them the love and attention that they deserve just because they are who they are, not because of anything they've accomplished, whether it's in school or anything else, I think you are creating a child that has a superpower.
You seem to be so well grounded and so thoughtful. I wonder how much of that comes from, and if you had that opportunity with your father. I know you guys were reconnected. Did you guys ever get a chance to resolve the gap in between from when he
Thank
left?
God we did.
You did?
Before he passed, yes.
You did?
Yes. We
Okay.
actually he the period where he was present and communicative and where we spend more time was after Sophie had been born. And he came over. And then we visited a bunch of times, and then he came over again a bunch of times. So we got a chance to have conversations, which we never had before.
Yeah.
I mean, we would talk about tennis and stuff that didn't really matter, but we never really had a heart-to-heart. And I felt that void, you know, even after I became a dad. I still felt that void because there's so much I didn't know about him and that I wanted to know. I was curious about how he was thinking and what he felt, and I had questions about the past, and because things that just didn't make sense to me.
Did you look like him? You look like him? Was it like, because that is trippy when you like, damn, look just like him, or no?
I think I'm right in the middle
Okay.
of my father and mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got a chance to connect in the last couple of years before his passing, and I'm so grateful for that because I don't think there's anything worse than to have regrets about not being able to express certain things to somebody you care about. And I cared deeply about him, even though he wasn't in my life.
Yeah.
I really felt that connection because growing up in Germany, I was always the only one, right? I was the only black kid. Me and my brother, we were the only ones. So you grow up on this island, right?
Yeah.
And you're subjected to all this racism and
Well, you grew up in which city?
Freiburg.
Freiburg. Okay.
It's in the Black Forest,
Okay.
at the Swiss border. So yeah, I felt connected because he wasn't there, because I was longing for him so much, because I thought that he could have helped me navigate that. You know? But yeah, I'm very grateful that.
What was that like? You say racism,
Yeah.
because growing up here in America, I have this one vision. What does that look like in Germany versus maybe even here in the U.S.?
I think racism is universal. I think it's everywhere. It's based on ignorance. It's based on fear. I think here in the States, it's more of it's like two societies in a way, like two divided societies. Whether you're talking about sports or you're talking about entertainment, or you're talking about finance, there's always, they call it the general market or the general, which means white people.
Yeah.
And then and then there is
to the mass.
and then there's a few of us, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in Germany, it's very different because there's no two cultures or two societies. It's one society, and then there's a few speckles of.
So it's mostly homogenous.
Of black people. So and it obviously it's gotten much more diverse now, especially in the urban centers, the urban big cities like Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, I was always the only one in my town, in my school, right? So it is traumatizing without you knowing at the time that it is traumatizing, right? Because it's your norm.
Yeah.
And I think that my longing to come here had also a lot to do with the fact that I knew that there was going to be more of me in America, right? Because I'd been to Africa and I realized that, there's more, more of me, right? I think it had a lot to do with that.
Wow. Did you get into any fights when you were younger? Like,
Jesus. It was like
throwing hands.
a German bully. It's like, Boris, you're in the park again. I asked you for your lunch money and you decided not to give me my lunch money. You're like, what, that's silence?
That's like a Bond villain. That's not who was in school with me. No.
Did they say like Schwarze? They're Schwarze.
Negerkuss, Schwarzer.
Negerkuss? Wait, hold up.
Negerkuss. Yeah.
That's a whole nother one. Negerkuss.
Yep.
What is that?
I don't, but.
Is it the same? No, it's a.
Kuss is kiss.
Oh, kiss.
Is it
Negerkuss.
It's a kiss?
Kiss.
Nigger kiss?
And it's funny, you can Google this. Negerkuss was, until recently, very recently, was a dessert in Germany. It is like a donut that's covered with chocolate.
Negerkuss.
And they called it Negerkuss, and you got to Google this right now.
Oh my
Negerkuss, Negerkuss. And the crazy thing is, on the packaging was a face
Of a black face?
with the big
Sambo
lips and the
pickaninny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Negerkuss.
That was like
Show us this, boy.
until like 5-10 years ago.
And they just got rid of it.
See? Oh.
Negerkuss. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. And get the packaging. Look at the packaging.
Yo, order some.
Oh.
They don't exist anymore.
So
They don't
you
do-
said they don't.
Wait, it's like,
They're called. Right? Right?
what?
Let me see.
Show them.
Let me see.
Show them.
Oh, what in the hell?
No. Pull up another one. There's like a face. Like
There's
it's like.
your face that represents, because they would do that.
There you go. Now he found it. Now you found it.
Hey guys, are you guys all right?
Let me see.
This is reality. It needs to be shown.
Oh,
because,
for sure.
You know,
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
That's what it would
yeah.
look. That's what it looked like.
but yo,
When did
When I
they
was
stop?
growing up.
When did they stop making that?
just a
I
couple
don't know.
years ago.
A couple years ago.
But you know, that was early 1900s America, where I mean, the cream of wheat guy is still holding the bowl. There's a black dude on cream of wheat still. They have not let him off work. he's still and the original cream of wheat box. There's the one now is just a black dude. The old one was a little white girl waiting to be served. And he's smiling.
okay.
Oh man, they
Yeah.
used to have pickaninnies
hey.
and black and in different countries, and then like in
Telling you.
in Amsterdam,
Branding is.
yeah,
Is everything? And the kids were conscious enough to know that this was a mockery, because that's why they would say Negerkuss.
Yeah.
like a snap.
Grab my hair, and
Yo,
rub my skin.
son, yo,
Yeah.
and you know
even I was playing. I was a great athlete back then, and I was playing everything: soccer, basketball, tennis, and soccer tournaments. They would have the what is it called? The commentators.
Yeah.
Right.
no,
they would announce me with Negakus. No. Yeah. Boris, unser Negakus, da 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 da, and they thought, they thought it was funny.
This
Yeah.
People be thinking we lying about this stuff.
No.
What's funny is Germans.
Also,
yeah.
they would call me like Schwarzer Blitz and so, like
Schwarzer Blitz. Blitz is like
black,
Blitz.
black flash, like because I was fast.
Fast.
So
Like
they
the
would
Blitz,
try to
when
make
you
up
guys in
names. You
football,
know what I mean?
Blitzkrieg. It comes from Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, the migrate, because I grew up in the Midwest, and most of the migration of the Midwest was Germans, breweries, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, Lowenbrau. Those were all the German. They came to the Midwest.
Löwenbräu.
So I grew up in Chicago, most segregated city in the country. So being called the N-word, man, and the racism there. Even Germany, they watched, they watched American racism on how they did it here to do what they did. It's always a German connection. And when I did a lot of Dutch comedy, right, for years, and they did this thing called Zwarte Pieten.
Schwarze Peter.
Zwarte Pieten. It's the Black Peters.
Yeah.
During
It's actually a children's book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's this thing called Sinterklaas is the Santa Claus. So he walks around and he has these helpers that go through the chimney and there's supposed to be soot on their faces, just streaks of soot, like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. It's supposed to be soot. Now they decided black face, red lips, and afros. So they're fighting this. They've been fighting all the black people that are like from Suriname and Curacao. They fight it. They've been fighting it. So I'm doing comedy and they say, you know about the Zwarte Piet? I said, what the hell's that? Black Pete. They got, and it's really in the folklore, it's slaves with this white Santa Claus. And so I made a video. I think Kim Kardashian and Waka Flocka made one after me. And December 5th it happens. So I made a video and I shit on Amsterdam. And I said, I just went off. I said, yo, that's Zwarte Piet. I said, if you brought that to New York, because New York was New Amsterdam. I said, if you brought that to New York, we'll beat you to death. Every borough would empty out and beat you. That shit went viral over there.
Wow.
Yeah, and the people from Amsterdam was like, man, appreciate you saying that. I said, I've said every year. Yeah. They still wearing the black, but it's starting to change a little bit. But that picking
Look, every single colonial power partook in all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Belgium,
they got the slave dude. They have
they had a zoo.
Oh, that's right.
They had a zoo with real life Congolese families.
Yeah. In Belgium.
In the zoo. You could pay and go look
Human
at
beings?
Yeah, human beings. Yeah.
This is 1900s.
Remember the famous kid? They made his teeth. He's famous. Look at the African kid that they had in the zoo. He's very famous. They sharpened his teeth.
Oh, they sharpened his teeth to make him look like a monster, yeah.
Monster, yeah.
And then also the woman that
the woman with the big Sarah.
Exactly.
Oda Benga, yeah. Oda Benga. And the lady, Sarah, she had a big butt, and she was like a freak of nature. This is real, man. Jesus. And it has to be addressed.
Yeah.
And because you see the behavior now. What? Sarah Barton. That's right.
Yeah.
They paraded her around like a freak. You know what I'm saying? And then Belgium, let's not talk about King Leopold.
Wait.
You know King Leopold?
No, I don't.
Oh, my man.
King Leopold? You don't know King?
I don't
There's a book called Leopold's Ghost. Go ahead. You want to tell?
Yeah.
Well, Leopold, we got to start further back.
Yes.
Berlin Conference, 1885. Check that.
Yeah.
Where all the colonial powers got together and decided to divide up Africa into 54 countries, right? Because before, Africa was the United States of Africa. It was just tribes all over the continent. There were no borders. So they decided to divide up Africa in pieces, and then all these colonial powers took ownership of those countries. There was not a single African country present at this Berlin Conference.
Yeah.
And the reason why they did that is in order to render each one of those countries helpless, because they're now vulnerable and small, right? Because before you had these huge, gigantic tribes, millions and millions of people. It would have been very tough for them to go over there and exploit and rob them of their natural resources.
You separate them.
So they separated and conquered, exactly. And King Leopold took ownership of Central Africa and the Congo. And his reign of death resulted in like 13 million people being killed.
Yeah.
And he would enslave them. He would make them cultivate the land. And if they came back with, with product under the limit, he would cut their limbs off.
Yeah.
Kids.
And they sell the hands, the
feet
chocolate
and
hands. They still sell the hands and delicacies, chocolate hands.
They never taught me this in school.
Of course not.
You learn it outside of it. I learned it in college outside of that.
Yeah. No.
You read outside.
Also, you got to realize, colonialism is not over, right?
Word.
It's not over. This is still going on to this day. And the absurdity is, I'll give you an analogy. You have a community of houses, and there's one neighbor who decides that he deserves more than the other people. So he starts going over to other people's houses and stealing their food and going into the pantry while they're at work and stealing stuff and enriching himself, right? And after a while, he gets more emboldened. He starts unhooking their plumbing and their electricity and their water and takes it over to his house. And when somebody objects, he throws a brick to their window and says it was a neighbor. And he starts pitting them against each other.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And they start fighting, and there's violence, and he starts giving guns to one so they can kill the other, and giving guns to them to kill the other, and he starts, creating all this
chaos,
craziness and chaos and violence. And it goes on for years and years and years. So after a while, now his house is the biggest house in the neighborhood, and he's got a compound because he's sort of gotten some other houses, paid cents on a dollar because the neighborhood is in uproar, the community is dilapidated and destroyed, so people have nothing to eat anymore. And then all of a sudden, people start coming over to his house, right? Because he's the only one on the block who's got food, who's got shelter, who's got security, so they're jumping over fences and sleep in his backyard, and they work for scraps and work in his kitchen, and he calls them violent intruders, scum of the earth. He calls the police on them, and the police removes them back to their houses. But they don't exist anymore, right? Because they're dilapidated and destroyed. The whole community is destroyed. There's violence everywhere. Nothing works anymore.
Yeah.
So the absurdity is not that people come knocking. The absurdity is that America, France, England, they're shocked, they're appalled that all these people are fleeing rubble to get to abundance. Especially when that abundance is built on the destruction, the death, the exploitation,
The theft.
of all these other houses, all these other people,
That's a great analogy.
right? So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And that's not over. That's still going on. France is still taking $500 billion a year out of Africa right now.
Billion.
Out of their 14 ex-colonies because they made them sign the pact of the continuation of colonization back in the late 50s. And they had no choice but to sign.
And what does that look like? Because that means, so whenever these 14 countries that are, part of that, like when they have goods that they want to export, they can't because
Yes, they can, but they have to export them to France.
they have to export them to France.
And then have to buy back. They have to buy back the products.
With
They export the natural resources, the raw materials,
Yeah.
and then they have to buy back the products from France. That's
their
number one.
money.
With their money. Now, France also forces them to spend to give up to 85% of their GDP to France. Up to 85%, right? They force them to give them French companies the first right of refusal for every public or private contract, right?
So if they say, hey, we got some cocoa beans here, we want to sell it to America, they
No
can go,
economic sovereignty,
Wow.
no food sovereignty, no power sovereignty, right? Because they're forced, again, to export their resources to France and then buy back the products to survive. That's what's going on right now.
and this
and
is
then
why the countries
France-
are kicking them some.
Exactly, and that's why, and France is taking the 500 billion and they invested in the stock market in France to the tune of trillions of dollars. Africa's not getting that. France is keeping that. And if somebody speaks up, they turn off the faucet of the currency because France is printing the currency for those 14 countries. That's why now you have people
Like
present, like
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Mali.
What's the other guy?
Mali,
Niger and Mali.
Niger.
Those guys.
Exactly.
I'm glad
Who are-
this happening. It's
who
real.
are getting together.
Yes.
And they're kicking out France. Because what happened before, if a country said no, France would pour concrete in their sewage system, in their water supply. They would destroy the schools and the hospitals before they leave, right? Then they would come in with mercenaries.
Yeah.
And
That
they
would
would they would take people out. Lumumba, Thomas Sankara,
Patrice Lumumba.
right?
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. So colonization is not over.
Because you know what I've always wondered? It's like, man, you think about this theme, and as you're saying this and giving me these examples, and it's really, really helpful, is that it almost promotes the corruption. People see African countries like, oh, it's so corrupt. And I'm like, well, it's not.
That's a funny point.
Yeah,
because
it's not
because
corrupt
when
because it's corrupt.
is it corruption when you come to somebody's house and you offer them a Rolls Royce and a G-Wagon and a pool for their house and for another car for the wife, and if they say no, you say, well, then we're gonna have to kill you. Is that corruption?
No, it's not.
Not to say there's not corruption in Africa, like in any other country in the world, right? But they say that because they want to distract you from them going in and grabbing all your.
This happened with Murtala Muhammad for Nigeria. You know, the airport is named after him, but I know he was trying to, one of his big things was to try to end the corruption and then taken out. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's almost to that point, like if you go and buck the system, then all of a sudden.
Well, the thing is, too, is it's the people on the inside that are selling you out. But I think Abraham Traore, which I'm impressed by, I think that he studied all of that first.
Yeah.
He really studied because he knows they're gonna pay somebody some chump change to sell him out. But I think the fact that he's controlling the gold tree, he goes, listen.
He closed the borders too.
Beautiful.
And
they had some woman, some white woman came in, because you know they have them white women that come in and want to do drum circles and take care of children. One of them tried to come in. She was like, yeah. And he was like, you got 3 days to get the out of my country. She's like, what's going on? He's like,
take your drums.
He's like, hey, white woman, no to this dancing. he stopped her because she was an informant. She tried to be in there, you know, because white women have that voice. Oh my God, the kids. She's like, 3 days and get the out. 3 jours, right? Yeah. He's like, get the he was not playing because he's mapped it all out. And who he's surrounded by, he's impenetrable. He planned it. Yeah. And think about it, you controlling your own gold. You like my man. They're gonna give you chump change. I'm giving you gold, bro. You're gonna stay loyal to me. You're some gold, but come on, man. Right. I got you your own.
You think that will spread throughout Africa? Or are there too many leaders that are afraid to do that?
I think, by the grace of God, I think we're moving in the right direction. I think the African Colonial Free Trade area that has been established in 2019 in Accra is going to help unite African countries because we're starting to do away with visa requirements, which is
to travel internally.
A great step
just to
for us to be able to travel and trade.
Have you met
cross
Malema?
borders?
Have you met Julius Malema from South Africa yet?
Yes.
EFM? Yeah,
yes.
That's my.
Yes.
And
there's a lot of young leaders now.
Beautiful.
That are coming in power.
Yeah.
That are progressive and they are innovative and they're really savvy when it comes to technology, when it comes to infrastructure, manufacturing, and the intent to take ownership of value chains rather than continuing to export raw materials, keep the raw materials, process the raw materials, and be able to take a larger chunks of the entire value chain. That's very important. And I think that we're moving in that direction. Obviously, we're not there yet, but
I feel like
also we have the youngest generation in the world. Average age is 19. 19. It's 36 here.
Wow.
42 in Europe. 19 in Africa. So the consciousness, the awareness amongst all these young people is tremendous. Super smart, great ideas. Technology helps. It's a great equalizer.
But
right?
do you think that could also slow down the process as Western culture is easier to kind of promote and to spread, right? Like
That's why it's important. You know,
we don't
that's
control
why
the algorithm.
That's why we do what we do with Full Circle, right? Full Circle Africa and now Full Circle.
tell us about your Full
Streamline.
Circle, yeah.
What we're doing is everything we're doing is to normalize blackness and also to normalize black excellence, right? Showing a different narrative in terms of what Africa is all about. And counteracting old stereotypes and biases. And because this has all been done intentionally, right? So, and a part of that is to build a bridge between the diaspora and the continent, because the diaspora is a huge asset to the continent. I mean, there's 2 billion people, right? Between Africa and people of African descent. 600 million people is the 3rd biggest country in the world. That's the African diaspora, 600 million people. So that's a very powerful asset to have. So part of our work is to connect investors, to increase investment tourism, to increase economic development opportunities, investment opportunities, to educate people about the great opportunities that are Africa, right? Africa has the highest return on foreign investment than any other place in the world.
But you don't hear about
Of
that.
course not.
Of course, that's right.
Hear
Of
about
course,
it.
the global average is 7.4. Africa is 11, right? So nobody knows that, and nobody thinks that, and nobody talks about that because it's counterintuitive to the perspective that they have.
I'm going to keep it
of
a
the
buck with
continent.
you, because I've often thought about this, especially getting older. I'm going, I want to invest in Africa, but then just being honest and truthful, then fear starts to come. Like, wait, what if this happens, and what if that happens? And
What
I'm
if a
like,
line comes?
right. And it's because I think what ends up happening is that all of that programming and fear starts to come, like, oh, well, you don't know, and what, and before you know it, you end up doing nothing, right? You end up doing nothing and not investing.
That's
And
why
so-
you're here to guide us to this.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, Nigeria's GDP is going to be $15 trillion by 2050. Nigeria's going to be the 3rd biggest economy in the world.
Wow.
That's the truth. Africa right now has 4 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world is in Africa right now.
Let's go.
Technology, AI, finance, infrastructure, real estate. It is booming, right?
When did you start
because
Full
it's
Circle,
all
and why?
about the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? We have the youngest demographic in the world. 40% of the world's youth will be in Africa by 2050.
Damn.
Think about that.
40%
of the
world's
entire world's youth
yeah.
will be in Africa. So
Damn.
what that means for job creation, what that means for human resources, what that means for ideations, what that means for technology. Africa has 900 million smartphones by 2030. That's twice as many as America and Europe combined.
Damn.
And with fintech and everything else, everybody's doing everything on their smartphones in Africa. They've done that for years before we even started over there.
Before we did the pay by with the Apple Pay and whatever, they
were doing that
Kenya,
before
in
that.
Kenya,
They sure
that's
Yep.
everybody's
They were
doing
doing that. Yep.
Yeah,
I saw a
everybody's
whole
doing
video on that.
Yeah.
Damn.
right? So again, the work that we're doing is, and it's funny, people say, oh, it's so good of you to give back. I'm not giving back. This is economic development. This is investing. This is understanding that Africa is not an emerging market anymore.
Yeah.
It's a booming market in endless sectors.
And
right?
this is probably why you see a lot of the people from China starting to come into.
Not starting to come in. They've been in Africa for the last 20 years.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Investing, especially in infrastructure.
So we're just now finding out. Yeah.
Yeah.
For decades, they've been very busy in Africa.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important that we realize.
When did you start?
the
When did you start
opportunity.
Full Circle?
2019 was our first year.
2019.
So we took Ghana from 40,000 tourist visa to 1.2 million the next year.
Damn.
In 1 year.
Wow.
So now that means we helped contribute 10 billion to the economy just through tourism and investment tourism.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, because I remember you invited me. I think it was last year. And I wasn't able to make it. But I'm definitely coming by the grace of God for the next one.
You have a conference?
Yeah, we do a full circle conference where we invite leaders in business, sports, and entertainment to come and have these kind of
when does it happen?
discussions. Christmas and New Year's. So it's right after Christmas.
Is it out here?
No,
It's in Accra.
Was it? Is
Ghana.
it? Is it? Really?
Yeah.
That might
You
be.
never seen all the content that came from that?
No, yeah,
December in
listen.
Ghana?
First of all, Ghana and Nigeria popping in December.
Yeah,
first
December.
I was there
yeah.
when I was in Nigeria a year ago, visiting my relatives. I met so many tech people. It's crazy, like the tech, and I was like, well, what about the government? It's like the government is still corrupt. He says we don't care about the government. We do what we do.
Yeah.
I have my there's all these tech people. My cousin's is a filmmaker in Nigeria, and I just went to some film festival and just meeting directors and just they're getting it in, man.
It's amazing what's going on.
Getting it in, bro.
And it's interesting because we have a partnership with the government,
Yeah.
but we're focused on the private sector, right? Because the private sector has the ability to move much faster. So it's much easier to get stuff done when you partner with the private sector and you get the endorsement of the government. So you don't have to wait.
So I'm heading over
go
to.
through the
I'm coming to Ghana in December.
Yeah,
I'm coming to Ghana.
You should. You should.
We'll do 154 there. We'll do 154.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, we'll do.
We're doing.
We'll do
We're
154.
coming.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because I think it's important,
We
not
about
only
to-
that we have this
Yes.
podcast here, but we take this podcast and it's
Yes.
mobile and its mobility to be able to see this in real life, because like you've just dropped a bunch of dimes
Man.
and just really kind of
What?
educated us and the audience on really kind of the capability, the possibility that's in Africa to even think about it. Because I'm an investor. I like to invest my money. I like to see money grow.
I don't invest.
And, well, then here you go.
I don't have. You guys are responsible dads. That's why I'm looking at y'all like.
No, man.
When you
but
said
you
he
gotta-
said 7%,
Man,
you
man,
go okay,
I-
7 to 8%. You be like, okay, cool. You throw out 11%. So,
But I don't invest
what?
in anything. I have nothing.
Well,
Not a damn thing. Not a damn dime.
You're just
Nothing.
talking about Nigerians in tech. It's a hotbed.
I would
There's
love
a
to.
lot going on.
I just want to be smart.
There's a
I
lot
invested
going
a long
on.
time ago. It was whack.
There's a lot.
But I want to.
But
That's
for people,
what I would like
for people who are interested, we have a platform called Full Circle Streamline Travel, and we service anyone from the diaspora and people from the continent who are interested in experiences on the continent, whether it's just travel, flights, hotel, tours, or immersive experiences like cultural sites, historic site visits.
I want to see real estate.
The Ghana Chieftaincy Awards are coming up in May. Real estate tours, all that we're doing that in order to educate and to inform people about the real Africa.
Yeah.
And to give people a chance to take part in economic development projects, investment opportunities.
Yeah.
There's this fund that I just joined, Silverbacks Holding, and they own a Nigerian company. They're investors in a Nigerian company called Move. And this was a guy who started with 6 cars in Nigeria. What he does, he takes these black cars and he gives them, he leases them out to the 5-star Uber drivers that have cars, right? So you're a great driver, you're a 5-star, but you have a car, you're gonna make less money. So they're leasing out these cars, these black cars, to these premier drivers who can up their income
no doubt.
because they're driving a better car. So now they're in, 16 countries, and their valuation has gone up to 600 million. They've partnered with Uber.
Wow.
That's a Nigerian tech company. It's a Nigerian startup.
You
There's
are
so
dialed
much
in.
going on. There's so much going on that's just tremendous.
Yeah.
And speaking of Black excellence, that's the very definition of Black excellence.
And this is the very reason that we started this podcast is because, for me, I know personally and for Godfrey, like I always got tired of just hearing the repetitive abuse and here's what happened. But then it's like, but then what are we doing? And to be able to have the conversations for the people who are doing it, who are actually making this. So you're seeing the success, you're hearing about the success, you're hearing about the opportunity rather than saying it's not there. Like This is brand new information to a lot of
Brand
people.
new.
So I got to ask you, at what point in your career did you become really dialed in and tuned into this? Or were you always just consciously aware about all of this because of your international exposure?
I just got progressively more annoyed and mad.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Started as a kid.
Enough is enough.
Kids asking me if we live on trees in Africa.
Yeah.
If we have running water,
Yeah.
if we're scared of lions and if we're in huts. And like, I just started progressively getting more dismayed about all these stereotypes and bias. And I realized that being a content creator, it's a huge instrument of change. Because you get to counteract all those old stereotypical narratives that have been perpetuated over time by Western media. So it's up to us to create our own narrative, right? And you guys are doing it, right? So the creative industry in Africa is booming. I mean, globally, the content spend is over $250 billion. People say Hollywood is dying. The old model is dying.
Right.
Content is skyrocketing, right? The creative industry worldwide is $2.5 trillion. And Africa is taking a big chunk of that because you have a creator economy in Africa that is huge. All the YouTubers and the streamers in Africa, all the content they're creating is huge. The only thing that's changing is distribution channels have changed because the way people have now, the way people are consuming content has changed. And therefore, the way we deliver that content has to change. So it's like going from a horse and carriage to an electric car. It doesn't mean the industry is broken, it's just that the model is broken and now we have to adapt.
Yeah.
So we can't do movies for $50-60 million anymore. It's just not feasible, right? And the reason why the narrative is, studios, they have to lay people off, and because these huge ocean liners of studios can't move that fast. But if you have 5 million, 3 million, you can still make movies. And with the technology now and AI is coming, that's a great equalizer. So the barriers of entry have gone down. Which is great. It's a great opportunity for creatives to,
especially for actors who are mainly unemployed. It's because for me as a I can say an influencer now. This is the reason why I'm here. The reason why I did Club Shay Shay, because I was online imitating Shannon Sharp, just doing them. Listen, Skip, I'm gonna tell you, just doing that. Skip, and then, Skip, I'm gonna tell you, just do it. Go ahead.
Skip, come on, Skip, go on. Now, Skip,
Did you do it to him while you were with him too?
No, I did it to him. I interviewed because he let me. People go, man, you were just imitating Shannon. He didn't even know that. I go, you dumb. Do you think I would do that in front of that big boy? I asked him. He goes, yeah, I want you to do me. I said, all right, cool. I wouldn't do it just let me make fun of Shannon Sharp's big ass. Man, but I just started doing it. Just cause I was like, I think I can imitate him. So I was doing it online, doing little characters. And then I was on Roland Martin, Roland Martin's show. That's my man. So he says, Godfrey, I need you to come on and do Shannon Sharp because he's gonna be on there with you. And then he trapped me into doing them. And then he says, so do you get mad when people imitate you? He said, I used to be mad, right? I used to be very mad when people would, imitate me. But I realized that now, when someone imitates you, that means it's at first I want to whoop people's ass, but because even himself, that's a big boy. So, but he took it, he laughs at it, and so I did that. And from the Club Shay Shay, with CJ and all them, we created this. But this is from me being online, because during COVID, I changed listening to Dame Dash. We all know Dame Dash, and you can either take him or leave him. But I was watching his live one day. This is when COVID first started. And in New York, it was really, really, you can't come out. So I was like watching him. He says, yo, man, we're creators, man. His boy was like, oh, what you gonna do during COVID? He's like, I'm a creator, we're creators. If you're not doing anything now, this is your time to pivot. Everybody's at home. I don't care who's the direct. They're at home doing nothing with their thumb in their ass. What you gotta do is you gotta be in their face every day. And I took it and ran. I said, you know what? Turned my phone around, got on lives, You know, Lenny Kravitz became a fan, Nas became a fan. So I was just on every day like a bum. I was just on. I don't know, doing.
I remember that.
You remember?
That was dope, yeah.
And they would say, Godfrey's on. I was just on all the time. And then from there, I connected with younger, like King Batch and all these cats, these younger influencers, started doing sketches with them. Stuff started going viral. I go, that's how it's done. And I'm watching these kids, like they're shooting like 10 skits in a living room. Yeah. They're like, you're gonna sit there, we're gonna, boom, and send it. Millions of hits.
And I think that's what you're saying, because you know, and that's so powerful to even hear that, because I didn't even know that side of the story.
Yeah.
Content is king. You hear that all the time, but content is king. And just because the old model is broken doesn't mean that the content dies. The content still lives.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it thrive in Africa. But you know what, I'll tell you what else is thriving. Your marriage, I don't know how.
We're jealous.
Look at that pivot.
Look
Look at that pivot.
Yeah, speaking of that.
Talking about content.
Speaking of something, speaking of
Something
something.
else that's thriving. Your marriage.
And I'm gonna say your wife has always been the nicest human being on the planet, Nicole. She's been, every time I've met, just the nicest person on the planet.
You guys are the perfect
You guys
couple.
are awesome.
Like, you guys are both good-looking people.
Good-looking folks.
You know,
good people, but good people, though.
You guys have been married for 25, 26,
is it 25?
30 years?
20
years?
Nice.
You know, I once saw them in the
Almost
neighborhood
21.
walking, and I was with my wife.
Were they walking better than you?
No. Me and my wife, we stopped. They
were like this.
No,
look at that couple.
No, they weren't. And you just saw there was
And then you had your dog.
Music. There's music behind them.
Credits were rolling.
Credits were rolling.
We have
I
a
was like,
soundtrack.
Who
when
is
we
the
walk.
man?
I said, this is a perfect couple. I said, babe, look at that.
You
I was
guys are like, that's like, yeah.
No, you guys know,
Just
you guys
like,
really
wow,
cool.
look at
We got a
that.
soundtrack in the back. And
That's right.
And a fan in the front.
Yeah, because I did see a little bit of that Beyonce wind and Nicole's
Her hair
hair.
blow,
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
It's pretty awesome.
It's part of our rider.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
How was that? Because I think, when you look at especially relationships, especially because I've got younger kids, our kids are about the same age, our oldest ones, and the dating scene is a lot different now than it is. I mean, you and I, we're out of the game. Somebody's still,
I'm
but we out of the game.
No, I'm trash.
What do you think about
Trash, bro.
Do you think long marriage is a thing that can still happen? Because it seems like there's so much division and so much fighting about relationship these days.
Well, I think there's always going to be outs, right? So if you focus on the outs, you're going to be out. But if you find your person, it's like anything else that you want to be successful in. You got to put in the work. Every day.
Yeah.
It takes 100% effort, and if that's your person, right? If that's your person, you got to fight for that person, and you got to fight for your relationship.
What advice would you give the fellas out there right now who are in this, this one too, but who are in that phase, because there is this real emphasis on division in relationships, where it's like men are this, women are that, and you're seeing a lot of that in social, and a lot of people are experiencing relationships through their phones, through, social. What's your advice? Because, I look at to you as an OG, 20 years in Hollywood.
That's like 95.
There you go.
That's a golden jubilee.
Because there's a lot of people, because I don't know how you and Nicole do it, to where I'm sure you get a lot of people saying this about your relationship, and how you keep it bulletproof to protect your relationship.
Well, you can't worry about that.
Yeah.
You already know. But I think the phone is just distraction. So whether you talk about your aspirations, in terms of success in business, or you talk about a relationship, or you talk about anything else, if you even think about the phone or go to your phone for any type of advice or inspiration, you're already losing. That's my opinion, right? I think that first you have to define for yourself who you are and who you want to be, right? Because who you are right now is one thing, but who do you want to be in 10 years from now? And do you want to be by yourself? And that's fine, by the way. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself, right?
That's
nothing wrong with it. Or do you want to share your life with somebody that's special, that empowers you, supports you, that inspires you, right? Which is what I wanted. Always. I always wanted that. I always knew I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be with one person that I can share my life with, because it's exponentially more fun and more fulfilling when you're with somebody. That, to me.
How did you know she was the one? Like, how did you know? Because I think maybe even starting with that, because sometimes people don't even know what to look for. Like, how do I find, like, my son?
Well, that's usually because people don't know who they are, right? You got to start with that.
Yeah.
If you don't know who you are, look for yourself. Figure out who you are. Because only if you know who you are you able to attract somebody who will compliment you, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're just floating around. You gotta find yourself first. Keep telling my kids, college and all those experiences is just so you can figure out who the hell you are. Take your time. There's no rush, right? Some people know who they are when they're 25. Some I knew later, much later.
Yeah.
So figure out who you are first.
Yeah.
And then when you figure out who you are, then you have a pretty clear idea how you want your life to go. What your purpose is, what your journey might look like, right? Not to say that usually that changes all the time, which is fine. But if you know who you are, you can weather those storms. Those challenges, adversity, it's going to come 100%. It's going to come. And it's the same with a relationship, because people, I've said this before, I'm sure you heard it before, but people always focus on the for better part in their vows.
Yeah.
But the for worse part, they're going to come. So when you figure out who you are, when you know who you are, when you know your identity, you live in your purpose, you're going to attract that person who matches that, for sure.
Yeah.
It's the law of attraction. It works. But if you're distracted and on the phone and scrolling and this one and that one and this one over there, and then
I got a weird theory, conspiracy theory. I feel like the social media for the younger generation, like the algorithm is pushing people to be more asexual. Like, I'm not attracted to this person, I'm not attracted to this person, because there's so much division in it and so much confusion that, like, you hear, this weird stat now, like, 40% or 50% of kids who are between 18 and 25 have never approached a partner, like, or a woman, for young men haven't approached a woman, where they are using social media to try to find somebody's information. They got this thing, TikTok, do your thing. They take a weird picture of somebody and say, do your thing. And then they slide into the DM because they don't have the ability.
I think it's more of a function of social media desocializing our kids.
Desocializing.
Yeah, the ability to socialize has
gone down,
diminished.
Social media, which is supposed to be to socialize people,
no,
really
that's the opposite. It's the opposite. They don't learn how to socialize through social media. It's the opposite. I mean, clearly you said that a lot of these kids have never approached somebody. They don't know how to communicate anymore.
None.
They don't even know, like, when my kids' friends used to come to the house, I used to force them to shake my hand and look into my eyes and introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're so awkward, socially awkward.
Yeah.
And I'm not even blaming them. It's the phones.
It's the phones.
It's the phones. So the first thing I would say is get rid of the phone. Again, get rid of the phone.
Yeah.
I fought tooth and nail. I didn't give my kids phones until they were teenagers.
I lost that battle.
And listen,
it's a tough battle.
But another thing
it's
too
a tough
is
battle.
You look at the people. I looked at all the CEOs that created because I have a whole joke on it. Created the dating apps. They're all nerds. All like Zuckerberg. Did he look like he was a Mac daddy? No. He's like, I got to find a way where I don't get rejected in public, because sometimes women can be mean as hell. And so I'm going to make something where I can socialize from a distance with technology. And now he's a tech billionaire, but still, a lot of the CEOs were all nerd. Like, they were social.
The irony is that all of their kids don't have phones. They don't allow their kids.
Funny? Because they don't want you to be like.
They know how detrimental it is.
Yeah,
and the hardest part is trying to bring it back in. That's the place that I'm in right now. I see the detriment, and it's this hard place of, like, you want to pull it away, but then everything that their whole life revolves around it. Well, the coaches are sending this, and my teammates are communicating on this app, and I don't know what time practice it, and everything you're going, and it's just crazy to try to manage. And so you go, here you go, And I see it happening. And at home, I'm the guy like, oh, here comes dad about the
Hey,
phone
you're not.
craze,
Hey,
you know?
just remind them that you're not their friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
You remind them you're not their
remember
friend.
that? I'm not your mate.
I'm not
Yeah.
your mate.
I'm not your mate.
Did you hear that growing up?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not your mate.
Of
But then
course.
I have friends in Chicago with my dude, Rick Osborne, blonde dude. We used to collect comic books. Mother was sitting at the register, right? We're reading comic books. He goes, Gail. I'm like, who's Gail? It's my mom. What? You know your mother's name? You know your mother. You're calling your mother by her first name? It's like, you don't know. I said, are you out your damn mind? I'm Godfrey Jr. I don't know my father's name. What are you talking about? He's like, fuck, daddy, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, what? That being friends.
Yeah.
Man, you out your damn mind?
Yeah. So, what was that like growing? I mean, or like raising your kids with Nicole? You guys get married 20 years ago. How did you know? First off, I know I'm gonna marry her. What was that like? Where'd you guys meet? And then what was it like coming from two different backgrounds?
That had to be an easy one though. That I'm gonna marry her.
Well, we met on Soul Food.
Okay.
Right? We met on Soul Food, and I knew right away she was going to be in my life. I didn't know in what capacity. And I think halfway through season 1, one morning I went by a trailer and I opened the door and I said, hey, just want to let you know one day we're going to be married with 2 kids. And I closed the door.
Damn.
You said that?
That's gangster.
She was mad.
She was mad.
She was mad for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Why?
How dare you? Yeah.
Oh.
I knew. I
So
knew.
I have to say then that was
That's insanity.
I knew. Because I mean, obviously she's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
But she is, hotness is superficial. Beauty, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
That's
She's
dope.
her heart, and she's kind. She's hilarious. Hysterical. She's very worldly, which was important to me.
Yeah,
No
because
doubt.
Right.
Of course.
So she
Of course.
loves traveling. She goes with me to Ghana, and we live there, and we go to Europe, and
And you guys
she's
are like
super
real
smart.
friends. Like
we're real friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is important. You have to like the other person.
No
right?
doubt.
Because you're gonna see the worst of that person. Right? Like she's gonna see the worst of me.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that through that you still see the person that you like, and the person that you fell in love with, and the person that you love.
That's what's up.
And she's my person. She's the one. She's
See,
But what about
this? Go internet gonna be like, I knew, boy. That's why I love Boris Kodjoe. Oh Lord, Boris Kodjoe. Oh God. And then they gonna be like, Wunderbar, right? As they say, Wunderbar. It means wonderful.
Okay, I don't know what
Yeah,
you guys
man.
said. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
He thought it was a candy bar, man.
That's what I thought you guys said. Akbar, fun. I don't know. what you
Akbar.
know.
Hey, Akbar, Wunderbar.
Wunderbar Akbar.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyways, I'm trying to pick his brain, man. I'm trying to learn. No. I want to know about because this was the hardest part for me was coming together, getting married. I've been married for 17 years.
Nice.
And early, it was a very big struggle about raising our kids. My wife and I, because we had 2 different backgrounds. For me, coming from a predominantly, Nigerian household, I saw things differently, from discipline to
You laying on the couch.
expectations.
You on the couch while she's doing
No, because my dad didn't. My dad never laid on the couch. My dad,
okay.
my dad was the doer. My dad did everything. You know. What I mean? Oh yeah, my dad cooked. My dad, he literally did everything.
Wow, okay. Wow.
And so that's the example. My dad also put heavy responsibility on us as well. And so I came in hot, like this is all I know. This is how my father raised me. This is how I'm raised my kids. And it was different. I'm like, people don't talk about that in marriages, is that you have 2 different, my wife come from San Diego, different lifestyle. And it took years for us to try to figure out how to raise our kids. I just had to bully it through. Like, this is all I know. Everything else is a threat to my, to what fatherhood looked like. Mm-hmm. How did you guys manage that?
I think it's the same. You're gonna fail. Mm-hmm. You're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
And you have to learn each other's ways. And that's not just about raising kids. It's also about how do you want to be loved, right? Because every person has a different idea of how they need or want to be loved. People talk about the love languages. That's just one way. So I had to learn how to show up for her, right? And I had to learn how to show up for my kids with her. And it's a journey.
Yeah.
You just have to show up every day.
Do you think it's because your mom was a psychologist that gave you the upper hand?
I don't think I have the upper hand. I don't think I ever had the upper hand.
And she made you think you had it.
That would be a lie. Yep, I'm not delusional. I do not have the upper hand.
Or the ability, because the way you process information, I mean, so thoughtful. Like, I mean, obviously you've had the experience, but then I'm like, wait, hold on. Was he thoughtful?
When you get punched in the mouth enough,
okay,
you gather information and wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we just look. You fall on your ass and you make a fool out of yourself, and then you learn. And it's just like goes the same goes for her, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time she was a mother. She was never a mother before, so we learn it by doing it. We're learning it by showing up with each other, for each other, and I don't think there's one right way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think what's important is that you put each other first. I think that's very important. You put each other first. I understand that when I show up anywhere, I represent 4 people, right? So that's also something that I had to learn. So that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you put in 100%, you put each other first, that's priority. And I always say that my family comes first and everything else sort of automatically falls into place after that.
Yeah.
I think when people get confused, it's because, you know, I hear people talk about, well, I'm gonna do this movie and that TV show, and then I'm gonna have kids, you know what I mean? They're trying to plan their life around the career.
Yeah.
And that's never worked for me. What works is when I prioritize, when I put what fulfills me and inspires me and empowers me, which is my family. When I put that first, everything else falls into place.
Well, let me push back.
Divinely and automatically.
Let me push back, because somebody might go, well, that's easy for you to say, Boris. You on TV and model and this and that, and you guys make a good living. But then what happens when work is, because I'm not making enough and I have to prioritize work so I can feed my family? Because that's a real struggle with a lot of relationships.
But that's prioritizing the family.
But now there's
Right.
some guys who I know I have these types of conversations all the time, where their ability to go out and go work and focus in on work isn't perceived as taking care of the family. It's perceived as you're dialed in on work, not the family, right? Like a man says, I'm contributing by going to work. Like it's almost like it's broken down. Like that doesn't count, right? Like what you do on the outside isn't part of the inside, but really it's what helped make the inside go.
I think that it's a historical issue because, gender identity in conjunction with family and job responsibility, I think has been all over the place, right? So that there's a lot of confusion around what your role is. And that's why it's so important that you and your significant other are on the same page. You guys have to communicate exactly what is your value system, what are your principles, what are your priorities? And they gotta align, at least on a basic level, for you guys to go hand in hand when it comes to how do we want to raise this family, right? I think a man who embraces his responsibility, whether it's having 2 or 3 jobs or finding a job or putting his best foot forward and being a provider, it can never be wrong. What can be wrong is how he communicates that to his significant other, his partner, right? we as men oftentimes internalize our thought processes, our emotions, and our internal battles. And I had to learn that.
Yeah.
I made that mistake, and I kept her outside. And for a woman, it is very important that she gets the truth, and that she gets your reality. And you have to be conscious enough and vulnerable enough to be able to open up to your person. That's your ride or die.
Yeah.
That's your partner. And how is that partner supposed to know what's going on inside you unless you share it, right? So in those kind of situations, I think what's being misconstrued is that she didn't understand that I had to go do this and do work and blah, blah. Well, did you explain that to her? Well, she should have known. No, right. She shouldn't, and she wouldn't know that unless you share it with her.
Right.
And guess what? When you share that with her, not only would she understand it, she would also support you in your pursuit of whatever that is. Whether it's, being the provider or you have to go through a self-realization process. Whatever it is, she will be there for you if you communicate and be truthful with her.
How was it sending Nico, your son, to have him all the way over in Germany, across the world now?
We miss him.
Is he loving it?
But come on, he's living his dream. He's playing professional basketball with a legacy club like Bayern Munich in the EuroLeague and Bundesliga, and he is again, to do that at 18 or 19 and be over there and have that experience, it's priceless.
Can he beat you in basketball?
Can he beat me in basketball?
Yeah.
I haven't beaten him since he was 14.
But he can't beat you in tennis, though. Get him in there.
That's right. That's right.
Make the sound.
No, he's a pro. He's a pro. He's
My son turned pro. He still ain't beat me now.
Well, yeah,
My
beat
son?
you what? Tackling?
I just you just
Well,
don't
you
compete.
outweigh him by like 100 pounds. That'll
How big
do
is
it.
your son? Well, how tall is he?
He's 5 right now. He's like 5'6", 5'5". He's like 5'5", 110 pounds right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nico is 6'6", 205. Right now.
205.
Okay.
Tell him I want
I'm-
to play him in
I'm-
basketball. I think I could take him.
Okay.
Could you play basketball?
I did.
Well, you pretty
I'll
nice
post
with
him up. He 205. I might like post
body
him
him
up.
up a
You know
little
what I'm saying? I
bit.
got
Little
65
Barkley,
pounds
little
on
Barkley
him.
of that.
He'll pull the chair from under you. He'll fall on your No, but I'm super proud of both of them, and I can't wait. Nico's he's going through the recruitment process now. He's looking to come and play college ball. So I'm super
Ooh,
excited.
get that NIL money.
Ooh, that NIL joint.
I'm very excited about him coming back.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
I was talking to Doc River about this. And
Rivers?
Doc Rivers, yes. And I said Rivers, yeah, thank you. Yeah. He says he's got an
I got
ear
you,
for it.
Doc.
Yeah,
I
he
got
said,
you.
yeah, that's good. Rivers? Yeah. Not River, Rivers. Sorry, Doc. But I was talking to Coach about this on a flight, and we were talking about the difference between American ball and European ball, and essentially it came down that the reason why the Europeans are taking over is because they spend 5 days a week practicing and playing like twice a week. Whereas in the States here, they're just going from tournament to tournament to tournament to tournament and playing 5 days a week and maybe practicing twice a week. And I thought, man, that's a real difference in the way and the style of the game and how much more of a student they are of the game because they're taking the time to practice. And so I wonder, have you talked to your son about the new form of NIL, how to deal with money? Because I'm imagining when Nico comes to the States, and he gets into the college system, it's over because I'm sure he's going to be able to make a lot of money. Have you had that conversation with him about the amount of money?
Nico has an agent, and they're doing a great job in educating him and protecting him.
Yeah.
And to also putting him in the best possible situation, and that is his development. Money comes last for me right now. For him, it's important that he can be in a situation with a coach and a program that helps him develop and that helps him grow as a player. and as a person.
But money comes with that now.
Yeah,
That's something I'm
exactly
not-
right.
yeah,
It
yeah.
comes with that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not for him right now. It's not the primary focus, because I don't want him in a situation where he gets a lot of money, but he plays 7 minutes a game.
Exactly.
Right. And I want him in a program. And look, I'm not involved. I'm the father. My job is to support him and to be there, be a sounding board, be a voice of reason. Maybe I'll give him some advice if he asks for it, but I'm not the coach. I'm not the trainer. I'm not the agent. That's his thing. But I'm there in the background to support him. I think it's dangerous sometimes when parents get, they forget who they are when they're supposed to be, and they start projecting all their own.
Living vicariously through the.
Well, vicariously
kind of-
living through the kid is
Yeah.
I think it's fine because you're just happy for your kid. But
Yeah.
when you are projecting your own issues, fears, dreams, aspirations on your kid and try to influence them in any way, I think it becomes difficult, complicated. So I'm the dad.
Yeah.
I'm the father, and I'm there again. I'm there for support. He has a great support system around him of professionals, of experts, and because he was a late bloomer, he was playing tennis until he was 14.
And he started playing basketball when?
14.
That
Dang.
never happens.
So
It's quick.
he started playing organized ball at 14. He played in the Junior Olympics at 15, representing the German national team.
What in
He
the
won
world?
2 European championships, and he came second at the World Cup last year. In
Oh,
July.
he's an athlete.
He lost
My
to
goodness.
they lost to the U.S. They went to the final and lost to the U.S. With AJ DeBanza and Cor Pete and that whole crew. But I'm super proud of him, just like I'm proud of my daughter. He's doing his thing. I am definitely living vicariously through my kids.
Yeah.
I love hanging with them and watching them.
You're an
soar.
empty nester. I mean,
We're
you're
empty
young,
nester.
but you're an empty nester. That's so weird. Did
It's
you
weird.
plan for your empty nesting?
No, you can't plan for that. You
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen. I was crying like for the first 3 weeks.
Really?
Like it was sad. It was depressing. Now I'm great.
Oh my God, they're gone. Oh
We're
my
good.
God. Peace.
Yeah.
All right, hey, yo, babe, where we going? You want to go?
What do you mean you're coming home? We're not home.
Awesome sauce.
No, this is a great chapter. Look, I'm proud of my kids. I can't wait to see what's next for them. But I'm also happy to sort of figure out again who I am.
Yeah.
You have to sort of redefine your identity, because for 20 years I was I was the guy who was like in the trenches.
Yeah, you're in the. How have you dealt with? This is just man to man. How have you dealt with your sexiness?
Whoa.
Yeah. This
How
is
you
what they've
dealt-
called him.
How have you dealt? No.
Security.
How have you dealt with
This is
being
how
handsome?
the world has.
Being a
This is how the world has
worldwide model.
identified you.
How do you deal with being so handsome?
How do you deal with your handsomeness, sir?
With your sexiness?
Tell us.
I want to know this because
How do you
I mean,
deal with your sexiness?
Yeah, like that's.
How do you deal with being such a handsome man?
Oh,
That's how you say it. You like
excuse me.
this, how do you deal with your sexiness? Explain. Hey man, you're really sexy.
You know, because
How do you cope?
How do you cope?
How do you cope?
So here's why I
Oh
asked
my
that question.
God.
See this guy. Look, here's why I asked that question.
How do you manage?
Because
do you manage your beauty?
After I left the game of football, I turned around
And
and
you became sexier.
no. It was always like, oh, do you play ball? Like I always had to live in that athleticism. And I'm like, no, like my frame is still as such, right? But that's how people see me. So people still see you through that. How have you managed? Did that mess with your brain? Did you become more self-conscious?
Why do you
living in
defer
LA?
so much to other people?
You said what?
Why do you defer so much to other people?
What do you mean? I deal with other people.
No, but you keep saying, or then the people saying, how do you with the playing and
check 'em.
it's really just about you.
How so?
Like, how do you feel about yourself? Who? If you know who you are,
Yeah.
all the noise doesn't matter.
No
So if
matter.
you're only
Right on.
being seen as, for example, if somebody only sees you as a rich person and always coming up asking for money, and you're conscious no matter where you go, people are always asking.
Give them grace.
Give them grace.
Give them grace.
So you're saying their opinion.
That's their thing. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. People could come up with you and talk to you like you're a donkey.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Facts, they do.
Unless you think you're a donkey.
So you've
Then
never
we
had
have a problem.
So no, I don't. So you've never had the pressure of I gotta, in LA, everybody's Botoxing. Oh man, like I gotta keep my look up. I gotta keep my image. I gotta Botox and everything.
You don't?
Creams.
You don't do Botox?
No, I've never done that in my life.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, never done it.
Your skin's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like mine.
It's so supple.
It's so supple.
So
How do you
supple.
stay so sexy?
How do you cope?
How do you cope
With
with
the suppleness
sexiness
of your
there,
skin?
pal?
Well, it's Vaseline.
How do you manage?
Vaseline. Vaseline.
We just smacking it.
Look, the older I get, the less I care about what people say, think, how they come at me. Look, I give them grace, love everybody, respect everybody. And if they want to project onto me certain things, you can be nice about it.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with it though?
I'm comfortable with myself. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens, and it's not a reflection of who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like when the wind blows. Hey, nah, don't know how I feel about that. It's like,
Right.
it happens around you.
I hope you do get that, become that old dude.
Stop that wind.
In German.
The wind blast.
Oh man. All right.
No, dude, you gotta look. You're comfortable with yourself. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Literally, nothing else matters.
I love that. No, I'm grounded with that.
Because
and
you gotta
I think
protect your energy.
Yeah.
When you're bothered by when people come up to you, you're giving them all this energy that should be reserved for what you're pursuing and who is important in your life.
Yeah.
Right? Because who you are will dictate your reality. Law of attraction.
Yeah.
Right? So your thoughts and your actions determine your reality. You are the creator of your destiny. So when I'm bothered by people coming up to me and having these preconceived notions about me, I'm giving them so much energy. And my energy is so precious because that's your magnet. Your magnet will attract
That's that new age thing.
all this
That's it.
abundance. It's physics. That's physics.
To every
It's physics.
action is the equal opposite. Reaction. Did you get into new age stuff? Reading? I was reading.
It's not new
I
age.
was
That's
reading-
like
it's old.
Neville Goddard. That's like the 30s.
Neville Goddard. I go to sleep to Neville Goddard.
There you go.
I go to sleep to Neville Goddard, Ernest Holmes. I go to also
Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor,
Bob Proctor, who just passed
Joe
away.
Dispenza. He's a friend of ours. He was an amazing man.
I got his book.
Amazing man.
I got his book, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. So
Yeah.
is he the real deal?
No, I'm talking about Bob Proctor.
No, was he? He's
Bob
from
Proctor
Canada.
was
Canada.
Was a friend of ours.
So
we
he was
visited
in The
his home in
Secret.
Toronto. Yes.
And I listened to him. I would get his every day, his little sayings and stuff like that. And he passed away, 2 years ago?
Something like that. Yeah.
So was he that dude?
He was an amazing man.
Was he that dude?
Amazing, kind-hearted, great spirit, very powerful.
I would listen to Wayne Dwyer. And
Yeah.
I did Esther and Jerry Hicks before he died. I read all of that stuff.
Yep.
Even Scobble Shin, the Game of Life and how to play it and how
It's really all in a religious context too.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know
no
what
doubt.
I mean? Because you're talking about your source and
What a man
God.
thinketh, so is this.
Yeah.
and that.
It's kind of to the root of.
But I was always,
And that's exactly what you just said. It's every time you do that, you give your power away.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's all you got.
No, I think it's very interesting because, when you think about, I even think about even growing up as a younger guy in the NFL locker room and, guys, putting on and, all the Louis Vuitton and then this and this to try to impress everybody. And really what you're realizing in that and just having this conversation, a lot of that is energy because you're trying to project something out to everyone else so they can perceive or you can control. And that's
also
exhausting.
it's age, it's immaturity.
Yeah.
It's just natural to have insecurities when you're growing up.
Yeah.
And as we grow up, we slowly realize that we're okay, and it's okay to love yourself and to be comfortable with who you are. And it doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter how other people live their lives. And that's why social media is so detrimental for our kids.
Yeah.
Because they're being distracted with this fake and these lies on social media.
Yeah.
And they start comparing themselves.
Yeah.
And that leads to, depression
All kinds of,
and their self-image goes down the drain. And
Well, I
that's
tell
why
you
it's
what's-
so important you keep them away from it.
What's real is we got a real chef in the house. That's what's real.
That's
Social
Wait,
media
well,
can't
I'll
show
tell
you
you what's real.
Yeah, we got
real
social.
shit.
We got
His
Chef.
pivots
We
are
got
crazy.
Chef. We
His
got Chef
segues.
Timmy.
Sam here.
His
We got-
segues.
Hey, let me tell you
we got
something
Chef-
that's real.
We got Chef Timmy. Chef Timmy.
Let me tell you else that's real. You're
We got
white.
Chef. We got Chef
married.
Timmy.
Let me tell you
something else that's real. You're what?
Oh.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
We wanted
Thank
to
you so
honor
much.
you by bringing in,
Wow.
jollof rice.
All right, brother.
Jollof rice.
Chicken stew.
Yep. See, you know about this. Go ahead. You want to
Man.
go?
We want to bring you closer to Lagos and Accra. So
Oh, let's go.
Thank you, sir.
some jollof rice, some sauteed chicken, and some coleslaw.
Wow. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much. That's Chef. Yeah.
Where you can find them?
Yeah. Come back over. So this is Chef Timmy. You can find Chef Timmy on social media, Mawa
got it in there?
Kitchen LA.
Mawa?
Yep, that's right.
Spell it. Spell it.
Oh, this one. Okay.
MAYOWA.
There you go.
Yeah,
Come on.
So, yeah, you can find him on
Ooh,
social.
coleslaw's
The
good.
best African foods you can find in LA. So I appreciate you, man. I got to take. I'm not even a coleslaw guy, but I got to taste this. Yeah, we're gonna have LeBron James pull up.
Marwa.
Yo.
Eshe?
Wow.
Eshe?
And then Ashe?
Eshe.
Wow.
This is good. What'd you think?
So good.
The coleslaw is really. I have
Right, and
eaten
I'm not-
coleslaw. I'm not a coleslaw.
I'm not a coleslaw person either, but
Man,
this is
dog.
really, really good.
coleslaw. I almost got mad. I was like, ew. But man, this is good.
Wow.
I had some slaws in my life. But this here boy, that boy good. Real good. This some slaw for your ass right there. Yo, that
Hey.
slaw is slapping.
You might have just brought coleslaw back.
You got slapping slaw,
You might have
brother.
just brought coleslaw back, man.
So who has the best coleslaw? Nigeria? Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, we wanted to make sure we had some good Ghanaian food here.
Man.
This is so
And
good.
I used to be like, but
Well,
it's not too crazy. You don't put a lot, some people put a lot of crazy stuff in it. It's great.
This food is spicy too. Oh man, right on cue.
Yeah.
Right on
that
cue.
hibiscus, that's dope.
Okay, what is this?
Zobo. It's
Zobo.
made from hibiscus.
Yeah, hibiscus. Yeah, I got one already.
Agave to Sweden.
It's nice. It's right in the middle. Wow. Man, we are eating like Africans, boy.
Yeah, we are.
We really are. Like,
Gotta go.
Africans, we like, wait, okay, I will take it.
To take a little thing and he'd be
Something.
Hollywood. You've had your career span so many years from modeling into acting. You talked about Soul Food, to Station 19. Where do you see Hollywood right now? Like Hollywood for a lot of people, is like, man, it feels like it's falling, it's crumbling. Do you think Hollywood can bounce back to what it was before?
I don't think Hollywood is crumbling. I think the old Hollywood model is crumbling. Like I said earlier, these different studios and streamers and TV channels are spending over $250 billion this year on content. Content is skyrocketing. But we now have to adjust to the new way that people consume content. So we have to come up with models that are more cost efficient. We have to come up with models that share equity with creators.
Yep.
And we have to come up with new ways to distribute that content. Mobile only is going to be a big thing.
Verticals?
Verticals, but also mobile only distribution.
Oh,
meaning
gotcha.
straight to your phone rather than through, like fast channels on TV,
Yeah.
right? Where you can go straight to the audience. That's happening. And so I personally think that it's a time of great opportunity. Technology is the great equalizer. AI is going to continue to reduce barriers of entry where creators can actually now participate in all the forms of content creation, not just short form. So I'm excited, right? Because it allows us to tell our stories without having to ask for permission.
Right.
You know, and especially in regards to our culture, you know, globally, and our quest to normalize Blackness and in all the spaces, and create diversity amongst even our stories. I think it's a great time.
Education. You're so intent with and really kind of focused in on when it comes to you're an intelligent man, but your kids and their education. And I'm looking at the model of education, and you and I had a chance to talk about this, you know, off camera, but I would love for you to share it with everyone else. You know, my kids are in school 8 hours a day, and it's hurry up and get lunch, and then hurry up and go to practice, hurry up and come back home, eat dinner real quick, try to do your homework, rinse and repeat. That model seems like it's antiquated and it doesn't work. You were telling me your kids are going to school in a reduced amount of time, and it's been far more impactful. What's your thought on the system that is, especially in the States, you know?
Well, I think education is just like food, healthcare, prison. It's a money making opportunity, and I think that when you are talking about pay to play models or privatization of schools, you're always talking about a few people who have the privilege to go to what they call higher education institutions and pay for that, and the rest is sort of left in the dust. So anytime a system discriminates that way, anytime a system is divisive in that way, from an economic standpoint, you are going to run into the same issues. I mean, look at what's happening right now with ICE. This is a it's a business, right? These detention centers are privately owned, and they're making billions of dollars. So I was raised in a country where schooling was the same for everybody. There's no private schools, there's no private institutions. So everybody received the same top level education, because we realize as a society that our prosperity is directly linked with the standard of educating our children. Whereas here, it's the other way around. How can we exploit the system so that we make the most money and our kids are collateral damage? So we decided to put our kids in an online school because I didn't want my kids to be in school for 10 hours a day and then have 4 hours of homework. It seemed so inefficient to me. And also the school that we put them in was an international school, a global school where they interacted with kids from 40 other countries. So the conversation, the discussion every day in class, in online class, was very different than what they would encounter at another school.
Wow, that's that's awesome.
Way better.
Because I find it very struggling. Like you said it best, it's just inefficient, and it doesn't allow you to maximize your kids' experience in life and just being able to expose them to things. And they're so cut off, you know, with that, you know, without having that type of exposure. And you're trying to like just jam them into these pockets, and it's frustrating as hell. Like I'm at the point now where I'm like, oh, we've got to try to do something different. And it can be hard to try to break out of the system and go, okay, how do we navigate this and give the life that we want to our kids?
Well, you know, granted, full disclaimer, we're privileged to be able to pay for that. Right? Ultimately, the goal would be to have a school system where it's state funded, but the level of education is so high that every kid really has a chance. Right? Not just the ones whose parents can afford it.
You know what I find that this is interesting is that when I've had cousins and family members come from Nigeria come here, I find that they're 3 grades ahead of where, so if they're
Yeah.
a 6th grader, they're doing ninth
easy.
grade work. And everyone think, from the American's perspective, you're thinking, and then in Africa, like, let me teach
They'll
you.
bring
like,
them back. Or they'll,
it's so far off. I'm like, it blows my mind that on the continent, and even overseas, that everyone's ahead of America when it comes to our schooling system.
Yeah.
You got
just-
1st graders who know their multiplications.
Not just education.
Yeah.
Healthcare.
pathetic, man.
Yeah. Last one for me, and then we got this game, and then we're done. So LeBron James, Bronny James, Deion Sanders, Shedeur Sanders. I love the way they fathered, and I bring these 2 guys up because I think it has been a little polarizing in the way they've been present in their kids' lives and really helping to get them to where they are. And I'm not talking about by their name, but really just being instrumental in being intentional with that relationship like you are with your kids. What do you think about like the some of the hate and then the way LeBron and Deion Sanders and the way they father their kids into success? And I'm not saying that it's, the nepotism. I don't sit on that side. I sit on the side that they've invested so much into their kids that their kids were able to prosper from that, and not because of their name, but because of what they invested.
To whom much is given, much is required. I think they're just in a unique situation where the spotlight is on them 24/7.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine what LeBron has to deal with every day. So for him to be able to shepherd his son, to protect him, to guide him, and to do it so intentional and with personal guidance and presence, he was always there for everything. That's a huge accomplishment in my book.
Yeah.
Same for Deion, right? So I have huge respect and admiration for what they've done for their kids and with their kids, and how they raised a seemingly normal family in this insane environment of constant scrutiny, like you said, haters and critics. I'm 100% sure LeBron doesn't even hear that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't. There's no way, right? So my hat's off to them and what they've done for their kids. As a father, I think you are the only man who wants your son to be better
Preach.
than you.
Yeah.
Right? And so to make that last as long as possible, meaning the physical presence is a blessing, is a true blessing. And then to let go and let them spread their wings and fly, I just went through that. It's the hardest thing, but it's also the most gratifying thing because, we're so proud of our sons.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, we appreciate that. Godfrey, what you got, man? What
Got
you
something real quick. I know you were a tennis player, man. I just want to know, you don't play tennis anymore. Do you do it every once in a while?
Pickleball?
Hold on. I was going to say, do you play that punk pickleball?
Whoa.
Thank you. I love when tennis players go.
Whoa.
Let me tell you, you're a pickleballer?
I'm getting into it.
What are you?
I'm
don't even
allergic
look
to
right.
sound alone.
The sound makes me mad. It's like gigantic ping pong
I'm
players.
allergic to the sound.
You know what it is? It's like, and they stand there. They act like they're playing tennis. They're standing there like they're in Wimbledon.
Hey, don't hate.
Enough.
Don't hate.
I tried pickleball. I tried it. I was annoyed. The kitchen, the rotation, and the fact that someone's out of shape and hitting better than me. I was getting mad.
Yeah.
I respect tennis or ping pong.
Yeah.
Either one. Don't try to combine it. But it's from the 60s.
Yeah.
Boris or Nicole? Who's the better dresser?
Nicole.
Better with money?
Boris.
Better athlete?
Boris.
Better cook?
Nicole.
Oh.
but
even
this
with the girls, you got international?
She is a great cook.
Okay.
I like to cook too. No, she's much better.
Okay.
Better actor?
Nicole.
Who shops more?
Nicole. I mean,
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm telling you the truth. It's true.
Who forgives faster?
Ooh.
Hey.
who forgives faster? Both about the same.
Okay.
Who says I love you first?
Both.
Awesome. You have passed.
Oh, that's good. We were just trying to get nosy. That's Boris Kodjoe.
Yeah.
Rocking with us here, 154, man.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like,